going on live already?
Yep. The phone was at 42. Alright. Well, when you actually get it to fucking line up right.
Alright, so let's cross the bridge and then we'll get
Alright.
pushed out. Today we have an assignment just to clear the area between.
While we're waiting for people to show.
Today's break day, right?
Yep.
Make sure that nobody's in there. We'll be working with CO Eric Gann. There's a bunch of volunteers for the family search rescue team and the Lake Jersey search rescue. So we'll guide off at Eric. We'll be the one that's on the trail. If it gets real thick, we'll try and shrink it. We don't need to maintain our perfect between us. Just in case somebody is, laying in there in any depression and you don't want to walk by it. We're looking for a 7-year-old man. His name's Trent. Alright, let's go push out. I kind of have an easy job. I kind of feel bad. I'm on the trail and everybody else is bushwhacking. Start moving nice and slow. Line searches they're pretty grueling. It's hard to stay in a straight line when you have all this stuff to kind of go around. It's kind of one of those things.
I'm Geo's on.
What'd you just say to me?
The Geo's on.
Oh, shit.
Checking areas that, there's potential that they could be.
What's up? Of course, we are heading into some animal care. Holy shit. Oh, wow. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I will try to get you guys a good view. That is the Harpictier pulchripes, and she is already fat as fuck. Look at that. That is another old world species. Hi, Jamra and Lena. There we go. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, that cage is pretty much already cared for. Just like the Monocentrobus balfouri, the Harpictier pulchripes needs to have a very arid climate, which means we basically keep the water dish full. So don't tell his daddy this, but we did not report the fact that he shat in the hallway. We cleaned it up. We let him ride it out until his papa got home.
We don't know for 100%.
I just don't want him to be in there for like 2 to 3 days.
It's just cool.
I just created Drayden Riglos. I just created an account. Well, be sure to subscribe if you want to go and hang out with people that deal with animal care. We are slowly moving toward our goal. And this looks like I got kind of like a cone head shape going on. It's because my hair is sticking up underneath it. Well, we do, or at least we tried to have a policy where kids should not be coming on because this account was for adults. As a matter of fact, it asks, is this, what is it? Is the materials that you're going to be going over for adults or some bullshit like that? And I said, yes. Or is this content made for kids? I said, no. I can't remember which. I am fucking exhausted. But we typically only talk about exercise and animals. It's the people that come on here and shoot the breeze that typically talk more or less about the adult stuff. So you got to be careful. Make America Britain again. No, we're not going to do that. But, I mean, by all means, you guys did threaten to try and force your bullshit on those posting shit here in the United States. I can do. Oh my god. Too old. I am too old. I am in my 30s.
You're what?
I'm in my 30s.
I heard 80s, and I'm like, wait a minute.
So this is a Brazilian blue violet tarantula. His name is Gem. Gem is a terrestrial tropical animal that could typically be found in South America, hence the Brazilian in its name. God damn it, Letty.
Yeah, that didn't go too well. Back to the
Local's back.
She's laying out there.
Yeah, I know. Yay, local! That spider is not on cocaine. You're on cocaine.
It's quite obviously very appreciable, yet quite the difficulty of saying we're dying and not having.
Yeah, Nile monitor would be a little bit crazy. I don't think they would be that hard. It's more or less the housing that would bite me in the ass. Because you need to have a lot of space. Like at first, you might be able to pull it off because they're little bitty things when they're young. But a Nile monitor, when it's older,
Everybody's saying you're that one streamer.
yeah, it's weird.
500 feet wide.
That's why I'm on the trail and Eric will be down on the bottom on the south side of it. So, I mean, it's.
You already ate all the chips.
Casio. Well, I'm not,
All of us kind of want to answer.
but okay. If you want to follow a lookalike, by all means, I'm looking for subscribers. When taking care of tarantulas, you want to study the overall area that they're from and try to match their immediate climate to that. For instance, we keep these tropical tarantulas in a humid environment. What?
Local.
I saw a meme where I could sell itching powder to a crackhead having them fucking diabolical.
Love it.
Oh my god, my sinuses! Oh, he got the COVID for sure, boss. And of course, we've had ourselves a molt to add to our little collection of molts. This molt belonging to our female Monocentropas balfouri. She surprised us the other day by disappearing
Asshole.
from camera, because we have a little camera set up inside their cage. She vanished. So,
Local and asshole. Don't lick my toe.
dude, that's messed the fuck up. Unless it's a homeless guy that shat on your street, in which case it's still fucked up, but I can understand. In any case, this critter is now massive, only going to get bigger, and hopefully will produce some babies after she gets laid again. Because when tarantulas molt, any and all sperm that has been trapped in their system is flushed out. So she got to start over, and she only has one male left in her cage. Fun stuff. Oh, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm done.
Yep. Get him. Get him, honey. My wife is going to banish the lot of you. Oh, my God.
Not even another one of my spider.
No, I don't do black market. I prefer people that I can trust, actually, when buying animals. Plus, we just don't.
Jason's exhausted.
Oh, God, probably a hard day at work today. This is our other Brazilian blue violet. He has a full set of hair, which means he has not been stressed out to the max. No, we just go on an all-out finding spree. We toss the whole house until we come across them again. Could you play the song Los? No, because I don't really play music on here. Rebecca, you are wrong for that. And, alright, not even. I'm actually married, but okay, Aiden. Because I want to. Look at that.
You don't like it? Back off.
Yeah, people don't realize that I'm not the only person that has live videos on YouTube. If you don't like my live videos, you can leave. If you like crazy critters and you like somebody that will try to at least interact, then by all means, stick around. Outside of that, well, you can be rude and get blocked, or you can find somebody else to go follow on here. Yeah, he is. He's actually really small. Look at the size of my hand in comparison with that little one. That is one of the smaller species that you can get out on the market. If you think this is big, the female is going to be like a half an inch to an inch larger. We can actually do a size comparison with some old world tarantulas because we have a female and a male in the same cage.
Okay.
Oh, by all means, honey. Get them.
Back off.
Although she is kind of in a curled position. We've got our Monocentrocus female down here. We've got the spindly legged male right there. Yeah. And then we have this little girl who's molted. She was already big to begin with. We don't typically handle our tarantulas because that is extremely stressful. They rely on being able to pick up on vibrations, and when you are a giant living organism, you are nothing but one massive vibration creator. No, we don't pit our animals against each other because in our eyes that's animal cruelty. And those who do it are no better than those who would cockfight or dogfight. It's kind of a really shameful thing to do. There you go. Now, when it comes to the Brazilian blue violets, you want to have high humidity. You want to keep the temperatures ranging between 75 and 77 degrees. You can dip a little bit higher or a little bit lower. You don't want to get out of the 70s, though, because you could wind up killing them. They are a tropical animal.
You are one big ass import of a vibrator.
Well, I mean, pretty much. Although, pretty sure I can't do what a vibrator does. That's beyond my means.
You do better.
Right, honey. You keep telling yourself that.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you that.
Uh-huh.
Name a car, please.
No.
Chevy Nova.
Why are you freaking further? Yeah, no. I simply own them. I have a friend that's doing the same thing. He went to a reptile expo out there in the Midwest, and he came home with like 4 tarantulas, 2 crested geckos, 2, if not 3 of those tarantulas. What? 2, if not... Rain's got issues. Anyway, he came home with like 4 tarantulas. So, lucky duck.
Don't say that too loudly, else I can freak.
No, we did not come home with more tarantula.
Did they give you enough money to pay for it?
No.
Okay.
We cannot go and pull her cage out, but we can go and pull the molt out of her cage. This is a fresh styled tarantula. We're going to pull this out a little bit. Gently. See that? How she's not connected to this at all?
I told you the other day, like, it was actually when I was sick. I heated up my room to try to burn out the sickness. That really didn't work, actually. It was not good for health. But anyway, so I'm just like, well, that didn't work. So I turned on the AC and I'm sitting there for like a day. It didn't freaking cool down. What's going on? I checked the back where it pushes the hot air out.
Look at that.
It wasn't attached. So it was just pushing.
What I just pulled out was a molt. So she kicked off her old shed, her old skin, and these are her new threads. Look at this molt mat that she created. No, I'm not gonna stop streaming, you stupid phone. This thing goes all the way from one side of the cage to the other. I guess she wanted to give herself plenty of room to decide where to shed to, well, not to shed, to molt. Yeah. There we go. We've had 2 tarantulas, damn it, go through this process. The white-knee tarantula and the Monocentropus balfouri female. So, I'm excited. A, they're going to get their appetite back, so you guys get to see some good takedowns. What?
Wolverine versus Deadpool. Good, but
Yeah, the Wolverine Deadpool movie was very much rushed, and if they wanted to get more people coming in, they would have made that a full 4 or 5 hour movie, just something absolutely obscene, and just killed it with as many cameos as possible from the entire.
Even they were commenting you gained some weight, so stop being a bitch.
Oliver, you don't need any more weight. You already weigh 105 pounds, dog.
Possibly.
Yeah, Oliver's a chunky critter. And he's just sitting there just like, can I have some food? Please? I'm a good boy. Oh, no, you can't have food. As a matter of fact, go do a few laps through the house. Get out of here.
Like I am at the door.
No.
Well, you watch
With how many times I took those dogs out over at D&D, there ain't no way.
Oh.
How about how many times I've done it during the week?
Yeah, well, would you like to go work? Or would you like to take the dogs out?
Depends on the job.
My job.
In her defense, she has been working.
I guess I didn't say. Oh, they want to see the cat.
You guys want to see the cat already?
It's not just a cat, it's food.
They're asking why he only cleaned one spot and he gets scratched. Because that's all he can do.
Oliver. The freaking pain in my ass. Yeah, look at you. Look at you, boy. Damn, boy, you chunky.
But
Oop. And this is the kitty. The kitty. Duchess, you don't need all of the attention.
make him do barbell curls.
Here's a kitty. This cat's name is Monkey. He was born with a stub tail. He has a trimmed ear, as if he is a stray. Was he a stray? Yeah.
Probably one of the most vicious killers that there is for mice.
No, that is not a trimmed ear. He had a hematoma and a beard.
Oh, I thought he had a piece of his ear cut too.
That was from a cat fight.
Oh, well. That's what they do around here.
What, not the raccoon incident?
Fuck, that was so bad.
I'm surprised he hasn't come out.
Okay, so we used to have a yellow lab. This was a wildly obese dog. All right. My wife, then acquaintance, soon to be girlfriend, right? We were dating at the time. Okay, so my then girlfriend was living in a house, in the basement of the house, by a creek. There was a tree that had a branch that came into her yard that the raccoons frequented. All right, that's how they got to and fro. Anyway, one night I was quite inebriated, and I hear yelling from outside, and it's my wife. And she's screaming because there is a raccoon dog rodeo show going on in the back room. The backyard. What happened was the dog got too close to the tree that we kept telling it not to get close to, and a raccoon decided that it was going to glom onto the dog. The raccoon had its mouth on one of the dog's fat rolls up by the back of the neck with both of its arms hanging on the side, and the dog was bucking and squirming and trying to get away.
And she ended up rolling over.
And this dog, in its exhaustion, decided that in a last-ditch effort, she was going to whale flop onto the raccoon, and the raccoon peeled off of her back flat on the ground and just sat there for a good 10 to 20 seconds before it got off and ran away.
That was the night before we went to the beach when your mom called and wanted you to come right back to help her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember. The raccoon did not have rabies, and the dog had vaccination for rabies. So we weren't...
She needed a couple stitches on her paw.
Yeah, she got stitches on her paw.
Or staples.
And she finally learned not to go over to that damn tree.
Yeah, but thankfully that raccoon attacked that bitch and hurt her.
Yeah, that raccoon later on attacked my wife's aunt. So it redeemed itself. We're not a big fan of her aunt. We're a little bit.
That was what, like a week later, a couple days.
Yeah, just straight up. Funniest shit I've ever seen. And one had drunk.
Trevor needs to stop. He keeps repeating that.
Technically, probably did. Not by much though, because I didn't go and exercise. Today is my day of rest. However, for those people that like feet, I pretty much, yeah, I fucked my feet up walking 10 miles yesterday. Well, technically, it was pretty much 50 miles the entire week. I walked 10 miles a day, and I tried to speed walk in the mornings at my work, while working, mind you. And apparently, I fucked my feet up pretty bad. So, yeah. We don't do burgers too often. We had pork steak. We had beef steak. We did have pizza one day, but not too much. So we're keeping the carbohydrates low, but not completely out of everything we're doing. We're also eating more vegetables, eating a lot of chicken. You want to keep protein high, and you want to try to keep carbohydrates low. Yes, Cage King.
Can I?
Well, Trevor, you can think that.
What is
Weight loss does not occur overnight. It doesn't even occur necessarily within a week's time or a month's time. I used to be 340 pounds. I now weigh, from the last time I looked, 275. So, this idea that you're just supposed to magically lose weight, especially when you are doing push-ups, curling weights, gaining muscle mass, it's not the way it works, Trevor. But then again, people passing off their ignorance with arrogance don't really care about the way life actually works.
I timed him out for 24 hours.
Ha!
So he could just fuck off.
So this right here is Elaciodora parabana, salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. She molt about 2 months ago. She's still got that beautiful color scheme, and she has gone to town on her cage. She's going to need a little bit of water. We're going to spritz things down a little bit. But this critter is an absolute gem. One of these days, maybe even tomorrow, not sure though, next time she comes up to the edge of her cage, we are going to let her crawl. And we are going to gently handle her. And it wouldn't really matter if we had leather gloves on or not, because her fangs can pop through hard leather. They are that large. So, look at that. Oh yeah, very hairy.
I wonder if they make a hairless tarantula.
Oh, there are well, you really don't need a hairless tarantula, but the old world species don't have urticating hairs. This is what's referred to as a new world species. The fur that you see on the abdomen, that's urticating hair. Hey Brock, what it'll do is if it's feeling threatened enough, it'll kick off those abdomen hairs into a cloud that it hopes will disperse and land on your skin, up your nose, down your airway, and cause you discomfort. Now, if you're an asthmatic and you get those hairs down your airway, it could potentially kill you. However, when it comes to the venom, unless you're allergic to the venom, which is very rare, these guys are barely toxic. In some cases, people say they are less toxic than bees or as toxic as bees. So, well, she's actually black, but if you see blue, hey, that is A-okay by me. We do have some blue tarantulas, though. Some, like, legit blue. Red ear slider turtle. I think those are illegal in Oregon, but kudos for you to owning them. I'm not going to say you're in Oregon, and even if you were, mum's the word. Just make sure you keep it indoors. Out and away from the prying eyes of other people, of course. Now, let's turn this cage a little bit. Now, Wisconsin, there you go. See if her blue legs come out a little bit. Kind of hard to see him pop when she's hiding down in that burrow. What?
What's Oliver doing?
Laying on the kitchen floor. That's the male. And that blue-legged beauty right there, that is our Monosyntropus balfouri female.
Scratches.
Oh, okay, sorry. Do you see that reaction? We're stressing her out too much, and she just molted like probably 2 days ago. So we are going to stop pestering her. Yeah, Monocentrobus balfouri are the only, well, not the only, they are one of but a few species that can actually coexist as a colony. So you can keep multiple in the same cage. The best way to do that is to make sure that the tarantulas are generally the same size when introduced. You do not want to have a bunch from the same clutch, though. You want to get them from different breeders so that you don't wind up with inbreeding. Like I said, this is our male right here, Mo, and that is Galorum, the female. Men like what they see, so women put makeup on. Women like what they hear, so men lie. Your thoughts on this statement? I mean, to be honest, it's not just about visualization for men. And it's not just about what women hear. Women, as far as I know, like to see progress, just like men do. And, oh, we actually get to see her coloration a little bit. And men like to have a stable relationship. At least those that are looking for a stable relationship. I have been in many a relationship, and as it turns out, having a sense of humor will get you there. How do you tell the difference between them both? Between them both of the tarantulas? Color schemes, for one.
We're waiting for that. Checking out.
So the male has...
I want you to pet the kitty again.
Okay, well, I'll go pet the kitty again. The male has a darker color scheme that cuts through from the legs all the way down to the abdomen, while the female is lighter. The female's legs tend to be thicker with a lighter carapace. She's also much larger now. She is so much bigger. When I first saw her positioned up by the log, it's in one of the videos on my shorts. You will see it too. She is like at least 3/4 of the length of that log. And I was just like, oh fuck. Because that spider does have medically relevant venom. Here's your monkey.
And the Duchess.
And the Duchess. Yes, of course the Duchess. Monkey, your breath stinks, boy. I can smell you cleaning yourself. That is not good. Well, at least his front is going to be very clean. Oh my god, honey, you wouldn't believe it. I just got a friend request on Facebook from Miranda Lambert. I bet you it's fake as fuck.
No shit, Sherlock.
Come on, kids, out of the way. Out of the way.
Alright, butthead, I'm coming.
He is, in fact, a chunky boy.
Alright, Wolf. No.
Alright. Now,
Go. Wolfie, out of the way.
we might actually get a chance to hold one of the snakes tonight. We also have a big old bucket of dirt that we need to put in somebody's cage because I overestimated how much dirt was going to be needed in Leg's cage. We went live earlier cleaning out our Theraphosa popsis environment, and yeah, so we have an entire bucket worth of eco earth that we need to put somewhere. Yeah, he did. That is very unfortunate. I tried desperately to ignore that, but apparently we're going to be bringing that up. What the fuck? It's like when... why is it more understandable when people make that statement to tarantulas, though? Because they say that shit all the time. All the time to the tarantulas. Nobody freaks out when it happens with the tarantulas. But all of a sudden, it's a cat and we're going to have a problem with it. What the fuck? How do I type with fake nails on? Okay, so I would not have put fake nails on, first of all, but you're going to want to get your fingers nice and flat. Maybe even hit it with the second pat in. I'm guessing. Very. Snakes are amazing. I'm subscribed. Yeah, thank you. It's a mammal? I don't know. Also, spiders do got that dumpy, though. You're about to see one because we cleaned out our big critters cage, and you can look directly into the window into that guy's den now. Or technically gal. I can't wait to see how big it gets. Alright, we are done misting this one's cage. We also have a new enclosure that I need to be working on for the roaches. We're going to be poking holes in it with a soldering iron to get a good cross ventilation. We're going to be using less soil, but check this out. Look at how big that is. Crazy. That is going to be our new roach enclosure. Longer, but shorter, with locking lids that we are going to start putting weights on anyway. And hopefully we'll be able to keep better track over the colony because, if I'm not mistaken, it's a little bit more transparent. But that is going to take so much time you guys might not understand. It's a very slow process using that soldering iron. That presentation was fire. Well, I have folks like you to thank for that because it is dealing with an audience that teaches you how to present yourself in a manner that is interesting. Admittedly, I come off a little bit harsh to begin with because as soon as I jump into it, people are nasty to me. I mean, earlier people were saying stuff about diet, my appearance, things like that. But you know what? I stick around for folks like you and having a good conversation. That's going to become a whole force. You never know. We also want to get some cage cleaners, some pill bugs to put in there. I see them all the time at work, but I stop myself from picking up wild critters to put in with that which I grow to feed my other critters, because that is how you get parasites, and you don't want parasites. You really don't. Woo! Having a sleepover. I haven't had one of those in a while. The last technical sleepover I had was with my now wife, so be careful. I can't believe I said that on camera. All right. Just a local. I forgot sleepovers existed. Light fire. Don't fall asleep first. If they're good friends, you will wake up with drawings like hieroglyphs on your face. That's if they're good friends. That is a weird question to ask. I've slept over at my new house for months. It's fire. Smart ass. How can I be a mod? I already have 2 mods, and one of them's my wife. I don't think it gets any better than that, okay? Now, We can take this little one out. We will need to mist the cage of our freshly molted tarantula, but we cannot mist too much in its general vicinity because literally she molted yesterday. And stressing her out right now could actually cause her to rupture her knees, bleed out, simply because she is too weak to deal with stress. So what we're going to do is we're just going to increase the humidity on this side of the cage, and then maybe tomorrow we will carefully move the cage down and get a better look at her. But she is definitely such a big girl now. Oh my god. She was already making people nervous. Already making people nervous on these lives, and now she's an absolute unit. Put heavy cream in Dr. Pepper. I have not. I believe it does. And it's not just their skin that's soft, but it is overall their exoskeleton. If you've ever had to deal with ocean invertebrates before, like crab or lobster, and you ever come across one that's got a softer shell, it is the same basic principle with the crab as it is with the tarantulas and the scorpions and whatnot. After they molt for 2 to 3 days, their exoskeleton is so vulnerable to penetration that they could literally die from just too much force falling from a short distance. They can get stressed out, at least tarantulas can, to the point where their joints rupture and they bleed out from stress. If humans did that, half the population probably wouldn't make it to adulthood. So all these folks that state that tarantulas are these damn near invulnerable creatures, well, people like me are here to make sure that they understand that that's not quite true. Or write with press on nails. Alpha, like alfalfa. I'm excited for my sleepover. Just be careful. There we go. Of course, you want to be careful with everything you do in life, because we humans are not exactly bulletproof. Now, this cage is fresh cleaned. We went through and we used... not every time they molt. However, when they get older, of course, just like any other animal, the processes that they would undergo in their youths are not as easy to go through anymore. So you have elderly tarantulas are going to have more of a chance of getting a stuck molt. The same can be said for tarantulas that are not in the proper habitat, especially those that are from tropical environments. If you have a tropical tarantula that's cage has gotten too dry and it tries to molt, the likelihood of that tarantula being stuck in its old exoskeleton and possibly passing away increases exponentially. Now, Norma, so I had to put it down. Hey, you know what? But at least you held the snake.
I see you. You can wait until they're done taking the dog.
Maybe I'll be careful, but no promises. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, it is a veterinary. No, it is not. This right here is on my head because it is 80 mother trucking degrees in my house, and I don't want to be sweating all over the place, especially into cages. Oh, it's going good, DXG. By the way, talking about snakes, how's it going, Mochi? We could potentially bring him out to get held, but we'll see how it goes by the end of the night.
And both of them went wolf.
I do not believe I know Tarantula Guy 57. However, hopefully I wind up following him. I'm going to go look into him
No, now you sit.
because we need to help each other out.
Sit. That's not
He is
sitting.
such a good
There you
boy.
go.
That's sort of thing.
Desamochi.
What part if I don't like being yelled at? You not understand. I told you when they're done picking up.
Be sure to subscribe and help me get to 1,000. There will be some changes when I get to 1,000. For instance, I will be trying to sign up to test products. I think that is one way.
Testing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It was more of just like advertising.
Oh, advertising.
Having them in your live type thing. Just for, I
But you do make money off of it, right?
think so.
Yeah, I could do something like
We're
that.
gonna act like broke bitches. Hey,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, we will. We are not selling any of our snakes. Our snakes are, well, hopefully going to be sticking around with us for many a year. You're of a monster catch. I think when you get to 1,000, you can apply for monetization. That's what we're going to do because, like many in this country, we're broke. So this is the critter that we had to go and clean the cage for today. This is a Theraphosa apophysis. It's a juvenile, but it is huge. Look at that booty. She ate last night, so I figured she's not getting close to a molt. Might as well go and do what I needed to. She has a problem. Unlike the other tarantula that I own, she does not really go through and toss her kill outside of her den. So she tends to get mold. And then I have to go and do this. But look at how much space she's got inside. Like, look at that. When she molts next time, her feet will not touch the top. It is going to be so spacious. She actually looks small in that den right now. Awesome. When it goes wrong, I don't think I can do it. I think you can do it. Listen, if I can do it and be successful, relatively speaking, with a good many species, then anybody can do it. They just need to do their due diligence. That's one of the reasons why I have you guys here, is because, A, I can possibly teach you guys something,
Acids on.
but it gives me more of an incentive to be present at least once every single day to care for and look after all of these animals. Hi, Acid! Now, of course, make sure that you utilize your cage clamps, because tarantulas at some point all tend to try getting out. We are good. We just took a look at legs, the Theraphosa apophysis. Next, and her cage is definitely moist. That is some fresh dirt, fresh cocoa fiber. We don't need to spray that shit. It's already magnifique. Watching from the Philippines, you guys have got some crazy animals. I have seen some of the insects coming out of the Philippines, and I am very jealous. You wouldn't be able to get me out of the forest, primarily because I would definitely accidentally pick up something venomous and wind up dying.
Or hug something venomous.
Or hug something venomous. Hell, I'm pretty sure some of the plants down there would make you hospitalized. I had a ferret once. Hug to you, Mavera Grande from... We have some tarantulas from there. For starters, we have... Let's come over here. Now, they're not from there. This is a white-knee tarantula, fresh molt. That is from South America. This is a Lasiodora parabana, or salmon pink bird-eating tarantula.
Are you real?
I am definitely not fake. And then, up in this cage, we have a green bottle blue female.
Never survived.
No, as a matter of fact, people who suggest you let captive bred animals out in the wild don't really understand the concept of survivability. Like the idiots who let their pet ball pythons go in public parks because they can no longer care for them, or the people who do the same thing with turtles that don't belong in certain areas. These animals were captive bred, captive raised, and they have no business being out in the wild. Do I need to repeat that for anybody here? If an animal was captive bred and captive raised, it should not be released out into the wild. Hell, technically speaking, if you're trying to prevent spiders that you find in your house from dying, you're trying to save them, you technically don't even want to let those mother truckers out into the wild.
If we care about a species' evolutionary progress, does that then mean that we shouldn't have pets?
Technically speaking, I think the two are kind of separate because we're not trying to further the gene necessarily in the same manner. Like trying to go and help habitat survivability, trying to prevent habitat loss is one thing. But a lot of these animals are just kept in captivity because they are beautiful, gorgeous, and somebody brought them into the U.S. for that. Yeah, these tarantulas have never actually seen the wild. They barely comprehend that there is a world outside of their cage. A lot of these people would be the same individuals that would go and let mink from a fur breeding facility out into the wild and then let them die because they don't know how to survive. That's the same mentality. Critter, can I just send the pets to you? If you guys help me become famous and rich, yeah, because I will have the space for it. But right now we're kind of tapped out when it comes to space. Know your limits. And I think we found our limits, folks. I'm just saying that I'm not going to be looking for any new animals, and any animals that we get out of breeding are going to be... Did you hear that barking spider? His voice sounded a little bit raspy. Huh. Anyway, any breeding that we get out of the spiders, they're going to go and find good homes. We're not going to be keeping those because that would be irresponsible. The tarantulas are in the Truman Show. I've seen an armadillo where I live. That's so cool. I swear to God, I'm seeing things. Light does somewhat bother them, but for the most part, we keep them in a dark environment. The same with our ball pythons. Ball pythons and tarantulas typically spend most of their adult and young lives down in burrows. So keeping them in a darker environment is kind of. She's not going to stick her hand in the centipede cage.
No.
I do that on occasion. I am, in fact, that stupid. I feel like I'm in class. You're releasing goldfish in the wild? That shit is crazy! Have you seen well, let's just call them what they are, the beautiful carp that they pull out of some of those lakes where the goldfish survive? Have you seen that shit? That is crazy. I have seen some of the videos of people that accidentally catch these animals, and I'm just like, why are we selling goldfish in pet shops in areas where they can survive out in the wild? It's bad enough that out here in Oregon, we have carp in our river and in our ponds, and they're breeding. That's bad enough. But to live in an area where the goldfish can get to the size of carps, hell no.
Don't they just grow until they get as big as their cage?
Okay, Steve Kerr. You ever have somebody come on here and say something so just dumb, obvious but dumb?
Eric, did the person that she lunged at, did they get actually bit? Okay, I asked.
The longer I live on this planet, the more I understand why roosters start their day screaming. Rob, facts. Bro, tarantulas don't know. Yeah, okay, we already went that far. Your wife's scared of the animals. They get huge. Don't touch them. Can we see the scorpion? Yes, we are going to see the scorpion. Drown in air, but swim in water. What the fuck? Light fire? Yeah, I know. I have shaky hands, so I've never ever tried to be a surgeon except for when I have cut into myself because I don't like it when doctors stick me with needles. Case in...
Especially when they wait until the Novocaines are
done. Dude! Okay, so... it's story time. I got a boil on the inside of my arm. You don't even see the scar anymore. I got a boil on the inside of my arm, like right here. And I went to the doctor because it was actually getting infected, and the infection was spreading rather rapidly. It's like an inch an hour that the red circle was extending outward, which means that if I had fallen asleep as the infection spread, I was probably going to have a very bad day the next day. We go into the doctor's. First of all, it takes, what was it? It was like 9 hours.
No, that did. It was like nobody there.
Yeah, I know, but it took a long time for us to see a doctor. Anyway, it took a long time to see a doctor. We got into the room with the doctor, and she's like, okay, well, we can give you some local anesthetic. I said, I don't like needles. She's like, okay, well, we'll give you some topical anesthetic, and then we'll put some ice on it, and then we'll just lance that shit, which is where they cut it open so that the infection can be exposed and washed out. They waited about an hour before they came back in. An hour after the ice had melted and the topical shit really didn't work all that well anymore. She's like, okay, let's do this. And she took the scalpel, and it didn't just go once. She didn't just go over the site once. She passed over it like 4 times. And every time, I swear to God, she says, oh, it looks like we have to go a little bit deeper. And by the end of it, she's like, my God, you took that really well. And I looked at her and I was like, yeah, having kidney stones will do that to you. Because my pain tolerance was high. But not high enough to realize that that was some bullshit. Okay? I work security. Doctors stick other things in me, though. Steve, care. You're projecting a little bit, my guy. You know, tax season must be a real hoot for you. What they see. Dude, I already answered that. Even if it was from somebody else, I'm not going to go over the same thing over and over again. Okay, so let's put this little guy away. Let's get out the scorpion. because I've been talking my fool head off. And then we'll go and do the roaches. And if we still have time, I'll bring Mochi out and we can actually take a better look at that snake. You want to see the beautiful dogs? Beautiful dogs. Well, Wolf is a beautiful dog too.
Okay. Yes,
Your ears are so dirty. Really? She is so exhausted. We went and had D&D over to a friend's house, and that dog was playing from the second we got there till the moment we left. And now she's breathing, but she's half asleep. Oh, Steve Kerr was hidden by Mrs. Critter Keeper. That's what you get for being a D-bag on this live. For all those that aren't D-bags, feel free to subscribe. I am on every night. Homer Simpson, thank you. Thank you for taking care of Bart, by the way. I'm pretty sure that was you. So this is Oliver.
he was getting attacked by everybody there.
And that was hanging down in front of him or behind him. Hey, baby. Look at that smile. Yeah. That's a good boy.
And Wolfie's in here.
Light fire, but I'm already subbed. Thank you, Gage King. How to do the... You know, there are moments where somebody pretty much admits through what they say that their mom dropped them on the head one too many times. Dean Marlowe, you might need to go back and try to retype that. Oh, you're okay. I'm just coming to see you. Yes, it's a good boy. All right, now let's get this cage put away. By the way, we heard that using toothpaste on water stains would clean that shit up pretty well. And that's what we did. You see some water stains up here. And you see quite a bit over here, but this is the side where the toothpaste that we used was kind of thinning out. It wasn't chunky. Where it was put on thick, like this over here, didn't do half bad. However, make sure if you are using any kind of chemical on your animal cages, you rinse that shit out thoroughly, because you can make your animal sick and or kill them. Dog's got PTSD from yesterday. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Freaking the animals were nuts, I think, yesterday and the day before. My God. All I want to do on the days that I exercise, especially when it comes to the push-ups and the ab roller, is to do so without being assaulted by my animals. But that is apparently too much to ask for. Here we go. Now this is our Asian forest scorpion. And she is already in a mood. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, am I back? Oh, EA, you nasty. There we go. Now, the beautiful thing about this critter right here, as many of my followers know, is that its appearance can change drastically given certain conditions. Get it good and dark. You flip the camera around. Thank you. Look at that. It's actually not a real pew pew. It is a prop pew pew, if you would. It is a knife gun. Something you don't actually take out into the real world, because if you were to pull it out and try to use it and there's a cop around, you're going to get put into the deep sleep. Let's put it that way. So if you're living in an area that has scorpions and you want to find them, get yourself a black light and go on a night walk, because scorpions are very much nocturnal. And they will pop in that light, like this, right here. If you are in the United States or even South America, be careful, folks, because the scorpions that we have in what is deemed New World tend to be a little bit more toxic than their counterparts overseas. So no, the light doesn't seem to disturb them at all. Now, let's see here. This, right here, is a tool. It looks like a basic firearm, unless you're looking at it head on. That is not going to shoot anything, but makes for a hell of a letter opener. See that? We use it to open the dog food and to open the bricks for the animals. Yeah. Shake some ass for the fans. Maybe someday. I'm kidding. However, I will likely go and promote other people's businesses on here once I can sign up to monetize. Because just like the rest of you, I wouldn't say struggling, but from time to time I get rather broke. We are hoping to get kind of famous, which of course we're going to need your help for. If I can start making some good money on this, well, finding a bigger place or extending this place would be a priority so that our animals would have a little bit more space to roam around. Yes, there is a species of toad that is poisonous. Their poison can affect you in a manner that is quite trippy. People lick the toads. I don't recommend it because toads can also carry parasites, and you really don't want to come into contact with those parasites. Dart frogs, when they're poisonous, they're lethal, so you don't want to do that. However, when you see dart frogs that are being sold in pet stores, they do not have, I believe it's a neurotoxin, because they get their toxicity from the prey that they eat out in the wild, and generally speaking, the food that they're fed in pet stores doesn't have the same toxins. Name, well, Critter Keeper on here, but you can find my other account under Hiram. Just use a Sharpie. The Princess and the Frog. Yeah, the princess keeled over. What happened next was just a hallucination. Freaking kissing toads, frogs, and shit. Alright. So, now we have probably the grosser part of all this. We have got to go and take care of our roaches. I just farted so hard that I woke my dog up from a nap.
Karma.
I really should not be impressed by that. How do you go live?
Very carefully.
What do you mean very carefully? Alright, so what you want to do is you want to go to the plus button. It's like you're about to share a video or something, and you will have the option of going live. I believe YouTube gives you that option almost right off the bat, if not right off the bat. I feel sorry for the dog. Does not sound like a good movie. No, but it would make for a good meme. Or a good little snippet on Funniest Home Videos.
No, that's us trimming.
Oh God.
Still need to post it.
Yeah, we do. Alright. So, of course, we own a lot of exotic pets. And a lot of those pets need to eat other things that are creepy and crawly and crunchy and juicy and go by the name of La Cucaracha. Oh, you need 50 to go live? Have you watched Stranger Danger? I used to do videos on Stranger Danger, but I'm pretty sure there's probably an actual show or two called Stranger Danger. I did those on TikTok where I talked to people about the fact that they need to be more careful. Oh, come on. Yeah. I got to do something real quick. They are actually roaches. I will be right back.
Some people are weird.
No
Well,
kidding.
why are you dressed like you're gonna steal the booty?
Is that a pirate reference on my live? We are not in Astoria.
That was Geo who posted.
Of course, Geo posted that. All right. So,
as we thought earlier, there were 2 shots. The one with the feathers is more than 60 yards away.
we've got some old roaches
How
in
much
here.
sleep you get, Critter? Because I see you live 24/7.
I am not live 24/7, but I mean, it is my weekend. Typically speaking, I get 3-day weekends, but this weekend I had to go in and work, fill in for a coworker at the site.
That sounds to us like we were driving down the road, and that's when the first
All right.
shots took place.
So, hello.
5 a.m. for Geo.
Yeah, you go live at 5 a.m. Jesus, you must be like overseas.
Isn't he from New Zealand?
Maybe, yeah, I think so. You're from New Zealand. Typically between 7 and 8 hours. Sometimes it's 6.5 to 6 hours. All right, so these are a combination of orange head and dubia roaches. We will be switching them out to a new enclosure here shortly, focusing on trying to switch it up and get the males and the females as separated as possible. This is a male. He's got a white dot at the tip of his abdomen. The females do not. Like that one right there.
No, UK.
Yep. I don't know, but there is somebody that subscribed that is from New Zealand. This right here is, well, this right here as well, is a female dubia. They have patterning, darker complexion. They don't have the very apparent orange head. And they seem to be a little bit more docile than their orange head counterparts. I think what we're going to be doing with the new setup is getting some of the plastic egg cartons to use, or getting some actual hides going, because, well, these egg cartons just deteriorate. See some babies in there. The hospital and get. All right, hold on. I missed something. Tell me the funniest jokes a lot. Oh God. Funny jokes right off the hip like that? I mean, I'm not a comedian or anything, but there was a time in my life where people kept saying, your mom must have dropped you on your head a lot as a kid. And I was like, that's not very nice. And then it dawned on me, my mom is alive. I could go and like either confirm or at least deny what these people were saying. And I went to my mom and I'm like, Mom, did you ever drop me on my head as a kid? She's like, yeah, there were a couple of times. Thought about it. I'm like, Mom, did you ever do it more than once? She goes, well, yeah, thanks, Mom. Explains a lot. Well, because this is not as disgusting as you'd think. These creatures are very, very docile, very handleable, and they make for really good feeders for our animals. To be quite frank, some of the stuff that I've seen people doing out in Portland is more disgusting than these critters. Oh, honey, do we have enough money to buy some more?
I'll do it as soon as I finish.
Tarantulas. We can go and do another slight sweep. I think we're going to hold off on holding the snakes until tomorrow, though, because it's getting late, and I've, like I said, talked my fool head off. There we go. We would not be raising these if we did not have other critters to feed. These are not something I would typically raise as pets because they are such prolific breeders. Well, these would actually be good for, especially the smaller ones when they're juveniles, would be great for reptiles and whatnot. Even some species of birds would just love these. They are packed with all sorts of nutrient. We use puppy chow, we use fish flakes, we use oranges.
I need to look for an orange tomorrow.
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt. When the roses come in on the rose bushes outside, we feed them the rose petals. We don't really trust too much from the produce section of the store, just the oranges, because when we went and bought all natural shit for them, well, we started.
Have enough for tomorrow?
Oh yeah, but we started to have a mass die off, and that's when I realized that the stores. Okay, that's when I realized that the stores were giving us false advertising. Night, night.
The plan at this point is to send out some teams of line searchers, scour the woods and
Oh, Mr. House is still here. All right, hold on. I wish that I actually had that freaking Hugh Laurie actor following my shit. That would be the fucking bee's knees. But this is our Theraphosa apophysis. It's a female. Right there. Look at that. When she was younger, her feet were pink. They are called giant pink toe. Now, a lot of her body's pink. So, yes, those are roaches. They are what we feed to our other animals. We have our Lasiodora parabana, our white-knee tarantula right here. There she is. We have our Monosyntropus balfouri, male and female. We have a green bottle blue up here. And we have two of these right here. These are Brazilian blue violet males. Why is there a light? Because I'm nosy! Damn! I think we all established that by now. Fuck. And we also have snakes, but they don't partake in the roaches. This is Mochi. That glare is atrocious. Mochi is a leucistic ball python. And we have Belle. Belle is a firefly morph. Her colors look a little bit more vibrant. Maybe she's shed. I can't see a shed. Look at that. It seems like you in the Jungle Book. We have 9 tarantulas, 3 ball pythons, an Asian forest scorpion, a Vietnamese centipede, 3 dogs, and a cat. See, this little guy got his face sticking out. Gosh darn it. Need to clean out his water already. Alright. If the Vietnamese centipede comes out again tonight, I'll throw a roach into his cage tomorrow. Golden retrievers and 1 primarily husky mix. Is she in the box? I think she's going to get out easily. Well, she's not just in the box. She is in a cage that's in a box. However, if I do wind up becoming wealthy because you guys are awesome and help me build up followers.
2 bathrooms.
First of all, we will have a 2-bathroom house.
Open kitchen with an island or
Oh, God.
one of those things.
2-bathroom house, an open kitchen with an island. We will have plenty of space for our animals. We will keep it clean and uncluttered.
Oh, if we're rich, we'll have a maid. Somebody come in and clean the house once a week.
Well, that will work, I guess.
And a working dishwasher.
And there will be some signs at my job. Like, for instance, to turn heads, I wouldn't mind having a semi-functional Master Chief outfit where I can put my my safety vest on over the top and walk in at least once. That would be crazy.
I'm not sure if they would approve of that.
This is what we're going to stick for people up. Sticking up for you, bro. Stand up. Thank you, KXR Fort. Not including roach. I don't even want to start with how many roaches we got. We like I said, we've got a new bin.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna say.
Look at this. We are going to be taking this. Look at this. This shit is going to be our new roach cage. I am so excited. However, it is going to take forever to get all of the ventilation holes in and wash it out. We are going to be using less dirt this next time, and we are going to be finding some hides that aren't going to rot, or at least rot that quickly.
So right now we're setting up the line search so we can see each other. You're probably good right there.
Thank you. I'm glad a lot of people like what I'm doing. I really do. I will say this, the viewers on YouTube are a lot more interactive and like to talk a lot more back and forth than those that were on TikTok. You guys are awesome when it comes to communications, having questions, holding down conversations within the group chat itself. I don't think I've ever had as much fun with a group of people I've never personally met in my life, except for, there are some people that I know in the group chat, but like most of you, this is like the first way we're communicating with each other, and you're doing a great job. Do you do comm videos like? No. Yeah. I used to be big on TikTok. Not like famous. But I used to go and use it a lot more. Not anymore. I kind of got tired of them banning my content. Content much like the stuff that we're doing here. There were times where my live streams would get hit up with a violation that does not match up with the stuff that I was saying. People would go in and straight up report me for things like animal abuse while I'm taking care of my animals on the live. I got reported for substances in one of my lives when I was showing my camera on the dirt in one of my snake cages. It's just wild over there. People will report you and have your stuff shut down for no good reason. Didn't even watch it because I was still like watching other ads. That's not animal abuse. That's taking care of the animals you have. Yeah, well, yeah. It really, I guess, does not jive well with other people that I own animals. And these are probably the same people that go and say, "Oh, PETA is so amazing," when in fact PETA has one of the highest body counts of animals out there. Like, they do not actually save the animals that they take in. They have kill shelters all over the place. I don't have a fursona, but I bet you do.
Didn't you just fill the dog's water this morning?
Yeah.
It's already half gone.
Oh, God. That you do you? Okay, hold on. My brain hurts. I love your videos, bro. If you do a video, if you tell me that do you do videos like YouTube videos? Yes, I have a bunch of videos on here, and you are free to watch them. You all are. I have content of my animals. I have videos where I've taken snippets of my live stream and I've posted them in shorter videos, so you don't have to go through the whole process of finding the interesting bits and pieces. I still have yet to post the 12-minute long video of my puppy kicking my face in. That will be coming up probably by the end of tomorrow. In my defense, I was reading KXR Fort's comment. I love your videos. Bro, if you do a video, if you tell me that do you do videos like YouTube videos, can you call us a liar? Because you know you... I mean, I probably won't do that as of right now, but maybe down the road I might. As it stands right now, I'm trying to build up my follower base, and then once we get like 1,000 people, if not more, on here, we can start looking into stuff like that. Dude, that's what somebody literally asked me is, what's your fursona? I was just like, what? That was crazy. Oh, what is it my friend says at work? That's crazy work. That is his favorite. God, that kid is so funny. Whenever something absolutely bonkers happens at work, he's like, no, I know I did not just see that. That's crazy work. That is like his catchphrase. And it is the most absolute fantastic thing I see at work. No, I don't. I play... Wait, hold on. Help me learn new things about animals, and you really made my day today. I'm subscribed. I'll continue watching you. Great person. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Gage King. Wait, do you play Roblox too? Oh, snap. You get a lower 8 people here. But I'm still here. If you get one that's still...
So cute.
Thank you, KXR Fort. I appreciate it. I don't know what his persona is, and I don't have one. I take care of animals. I don't pretend to be one. Okay? That is not my cup of tea. I feel like it gets awkward sometimes up in this group chat. You guys, I've got to go to bed. All right, expert, who's there?
That's not how the animals saw it. When boys come of age, they have to make contact. They ever return.
Oh God, go look it up, Gio.
What?
Why is the chicken so funny? I don't know. Why is the chicken so funny? We're gonna wait for KXR Fort to hit it. You want to see my, because it's trying to get to the other road, but the chicken went under the road. You goofball. All right, we're gonna see the cat one more time, and then I gotta bounce. Not too hard, because my calf muscle is killing me. But kitty, 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 kitty. DJ, why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, I got a good one.
We will ask the questions! No. That's my favorite German knock-knock joke. Oh, cat. All right.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Chicken.
The chicken.
Wait, no, sorry, I messed up. Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the idiot's house. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken. I've started to say it.
Cat.
Do you need to go out, Duchess? Honey,
All right.
your girl.
All right. So I gotta go, guys. DJ, hit me back with the end of that. Let me know why the chicken crossed the road. Guys, have a good night. Stay safe, and remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news.